runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Irving against Curry. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. That one's in, his first shot of this game.
Well, that was quality defense, but Wiggins showing off tremendous athleticism, able to overcome that defense.
Here's Irving. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots, off to a good start.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Outside, Kuminga. Back to Curry. A 3-ball. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5. So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65 game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by. And that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA teams and different accolades.
Yes, well said. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Irving surveying the floor. Driving inside. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Nice move to the right side. Outside for Curry. A three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything. We could package it. Could be our next big player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe, in any of those regions. They do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. Players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Here's Curry. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sinks the triple. Irving's got 15 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now here's Curry. He's got 15. Launches it. Another 3 for Golden State.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender.
In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Kuminga out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Jackson Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Here's Podziemski. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they lost to the Warriors.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them, and they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten a win.
Connects from three-point range.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular player.
Dallas making a switch here. Prosper's checked in.
Checking in for the Mavericks, number 8.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Dinwiddie. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
At the line for one.
Throw no good from Dinwiddie. Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA. It's been LeBron's league. It's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. Over to the wing. Here's Hardy. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at the last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, he has great hands. PJ can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Grimes passes to Lively. 6 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Irving.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Curry with the 3. Steph, perfection from the arc.
You might want to track this guy. Mark him definitely, just deadly from deep so far.
Pass to Lively. To the wing on the left. Here's Grimes. Nothing on the board. Thompson with the 3.
Love the response from Thompson there. You knew it was going to be about payback for him.
Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me on.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Here's Curry with the 3. And Lively pulls it down. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, efficiency is critical. And I love how they ran their offense and got quality shots out of their sets.
Irving kicks to Thompson. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Hi, folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere.
His performance in the first half, Diesel approved. Plays physical, Diesel approved. Doing most of his damage right at the rim.
And now let's take a moment to see how the West stacks up here in this early part of the season.
Well, I think for the Warriors, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season, at least.